Good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's going to be a beautiful day for the next several days, so I'm super happy about that. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let me know when you join me this morning. Make sure you post below where you're from and if you're here with me today. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you what I did on yesterday's journal. So, yesterday was Acts 27:25, and we were talking about Paul being a prisoner on the ship and how the ship rocked and was in this big storm, and how Paul told them that they had to have faith in God. So this is what I did. I just found some pictures of some crashing waves, and I added some words to it in Canva. I put there, good morning, Karen. I put the picture of it here in the group, so that if you want to use it for this scripture, you are welcome to. Just right click on it, save it yourself, and you can print it off. All righty. Okay, so that's what I did for yesterday. And today's scripture, today is September 15th. Half of the month is over, people. Can you believe it? It's going fast. So today's scripture is from 1 Chronicles 22:13, and it says, "Then you will have success if you are careful to observe the decrees and laws that the Lord Moses gave to Israel. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged." So this scripture is about King David, and he was making the preparations for the new temple to be built. He had gathered all the workers, developed all the plans, all the supplies. Everything was pretty much set up. However, he knew that he would not be the one to complete the temple in this time. He didn't give his son Solomon a choice or an option. He commanded Solomon that he would be the one to build it. It was just expected. He had intended to build it himself, but God told him that he was not allowed to because of the blood that he had shed and the wars that he had waged. God had talked to Nathan and told Nathan that David would not be the one to build the temple, but that Solomon would be the one to build it. So in this passage, David is telling Solomon that he will prosper if he follows God's commands. So when I think of this scripture, I think about the fact that David made all these plans to build this temple, and then he's told by Nathan that he's not going to be the one to do it. That had to have crushed him, right? Maybe you've dreamed of how God might use you to advance his kingdom, or maybe you already have plans to serve him, but then maybe like David, you discovered that you are not going to be the one to see that dream into reality. And if you're stopped by God from doing what you're planned, would you still work on it? Even if you weren't going to see the end results or be involved on the level that you had hoped, would you still give of yourself to the work? David did. He went ahead and he ordered all the supplies. He did everything that he needed to do to get it ready to turn it over to his son. Look at Moses. He led the people of Israel for 40 years and was taken to the very edge of the promised land, but then he was denied entry. Paul planted seeds among so many people. He started churches, and then he gave up the leadership to other men that he had mentored. And here David is giving up his rights to finish the temple, and he gave it all to his son. And he did it for the glory of God. So again, if you were given a project and you weren't going to see the end result or be involved on any level that you had hoped you would you still give of yourself and your time for it? This is a heart issue, isn't it? Our hearts need to be in sync with God all the time to know what his plans are, what his dreams are for us. So I urge you to follow David's example and find some way that you could still serve God and do your best if you are ever presented with this opportunity. Give yourself fully to the work of God that he's commissioned you to do. The dreams that God gives us are God's dreams. They're not ours. And within the dreams, we have a role. So let's do those dreams. Let's participate in those dreams in the best way that we can. Okay? How does that sound? Let me know what you thought of this passage. Did you come across it? Did this make you think of the same thing that I did? Some of the passages that I looked at, they talked about the fact that, they kept going on about the fact that Solomon didn't have a choice, and what if he didn't want to go on? I took it to mean a different way, that this was God's plan. So Solomon had to follow it. And we know what kind of a man Solomon turned out to be. He was wise beyond anything you could think of. So he did the right thing, right? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this passage. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do as far as a picture for it. I'll come up with something. Let me know how you're doing this morning. If you watch the video, make sure that you like it, and let us know what you thought of it. All right. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.